You know, I don't know if this story is true or not, but by the look of things, it seems to me that this is a true story because I trust IOL to report the best of the best news and with factual information. IOL is not the typical news outlet that will be talking about propaganda and pushing false narrative and false stories just to get views and viewership. These people report news that are serious. And in their news, by the way, they have a section where it's just opinions. It's people's opinions talking about their own opinions. But this story was not in that section. This was not someone's opinion. This was reported as fact. The people involved in education are saying that they also want the civil societies, by the way, the civil societies in education, surrounding the education sphere, education space. They are saying it's about time undocumented foreigners' kids get admitted in schools, public schools, private schools. That's what is happening. So this clearly is confirmed if it's being reported today, because next week the schools are opening. Next week. The schools are opening next week. Some are opening on the 14th, some are opening on the 15th. So, like, it's happening. But I want you guys to understand something. I don't hate foreigners. I will never take a stand and try and be shouting foreigners must go. I don't have business in that. I will never do that. Usually to black African people. Like, you can scrutinize me all you want when it comes to that. I don't care. I won't do that. But in this instance, though, of education, how will you know someone's age if you don't have their document? Because there's a lot to ask here. Because here we're talking about someone going to class. They don't have document. They don't have an ID. So how are they going to be in the system of the school? Or maybe this story was over-exaggerated. Here what they meant is that they were meaning people. Because I remember a proposal that happened in education where they were saying, no, it's not just undocumented. It's people who coming from outside, even though they don't have South African documents, but as long as they have education and a study visa. So I don't know in this instance, because I read the story, there's nowhere where they were mentioning study visa, you know. But I remember something was proposed that foreigners can come as long as they have a study visa. They have a study visa to come and study in South African schools. So I don't know if in this story that's what they mean, and then they just over-exaggerated, and then they say undocumented foreigners. But if it's that people have study visa, at least, yeah, your ID will be there, your name will be there, your age, you can easily be known, identified. But if people are truly undocumented, there's no document, there's no trace of that person, who he is in the system, where he comes from, what is their age, that's not good for education. It's clearly not good, because you are setting that child up for failure. Before you even talk about the legalities and foreigners must go, all that nonsense of xenophobic things, before you even go there where you want to attack foreigners, for that child who is a foreigner, you are setting that child for failure, because that child is going through school without a system knowing who their name is. But that person can easily lie and give a false name if they go into the system. This is not like where you go to a clinic, you lie, maybe as an undocumented foreigner, you lie and say your name is Sbusi, so what, you don't have an ID, you put a false ID, they put you in the system, they help you so quick and then you go. This is not that. This is education. This is where people get their education, where you get your papers of umalusi. How are you going to get umalusi if you are not in the system? If your name is not in the system, if your ID is not verified and known, whether from outside your Zimbabwean ID, no ways. As much as I believe IOL stories, I think there's a bit of exaggerating in the story. But until I see another story and confirm from the mouth of education ministers, maybe I will fully believe it. By now, I still have speculations as if, because, like, how? Like, okay, I get it. I'm gonna club in, you don't have documents, it's fine. You're going to work for white companies, they put you in, you're an illegal foreigner, it's fine, they give you your peanuts. You go to a hospital, they help you quick, it's fine. But this education is a long-term thing. How do you enter there when you don't have documents? I can't understand that. Maybe it's about time as Africans, once and for all, we just document everyone in one system. All these different scenarios happening all over the world are calling for one solution, to document everyone in one system. That's all is illegal immigration. People are found with, like, the only solution to solve all of this is to put everyone in one system and then integrate the system in different countries, so we can know, okay, in this system of documentation, there's everyone in the SADC, there's everyone in Africa. And then this one is from Botswana, we have his blood samples, we have his face, but is currently in South Africa, doing business in South Africa. If he commits a crime, we're gonna see him. This one is from Zimbabwe, this one is from Mozambique. They're coming to South Africa, they want to learn. Okay, we know who they are, they can learn, wara. Because you can shout all you want, guys. You can scream Abahambe all you want. You can scream foreigners must go all you want. You can never run away from reality. If the government, and if this is truly true, doesn't matter what you say, this is gonna happen. And that's the unfortunate part, you know, in every country. Because even if you disagree with something, as the regular citizens of that country, as long as the government of that country takes a resolution to do something, there's nothing you can do about it. They'll go on with whatever they're proposing. They'll go on and apply whatever they're saying should be applied. It doesn't matter what your organization say. So that's the unfortunate part. There's a lot of things I stand for as a person, but the government of South Africa always goes against those things, and I end up not understanding, like, why? But it's because my own political party that I voted for doesn't have the power to change things. So even you guys who might be shouting from the top of your lungs, from the bottom of your heart, foreigners must go. If the government decided to do this, this will be done. And there's nothing you can do. You can toy all you want, you can do whatever. This will be done. That's the unfortunate part, because you can't be delusional and think that and live in a false reality. A reality is that we are faced with this. And if this is truly real, that means this will happen, no matter who says what. So it's unfortunate sometimes you disagree with something the government is doing, but then just because you don't have the power, it will still be done. But it is what it is. You guys can tell us what you think about this. Thank you very much.